Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So today I wanted to share with you some products from the brand Hand Skincare. I recently received their concealer in a Petit Board box and I fell in love with it, and so as a result I wanted to try out some more of their products and share with you my thoughts on them. So not only am I going to be reviewing the products, I'm also going to be showing you a demo of me applying them so you can see how they all work. We're going to be talking about eyeshadow, blush, lip gloss, and concealer all in this video, and they're all from the brand Hand Skincare. So Hand Skincare is a cruelty-free, vegan, and non-toxic makeup line. They're sold on their own website. They're also sold at Credo Beauty and on the Petit Board website as well. And one of the things that's always drawn me to the brand is that they make really high quality products at a very reasonable price point. The way the brand and their products come across to me is very effortless, very easy makeup. They're products that just work well. And if you want to have a very simplified makeup routine, these products would incorporate very well into that type of routine. But also, if you want to do a more glam look, these products perform and can hold their own in that type of routine as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. So first off, I'm going to be talking about their concealer, and the shade of the concealer I use is Fair. And this concealer does have a dope foot applicator. What I like to do with this concealer is I like to use the doe foot applicator to apply some of the concealer under my eyes and then blend it out with my finger. And then I will go ahead and set the concealer with some powder, typically my 14E Cosmetics Prime and Set powder. But why I like this concealer so much is, first off, the shade is a pretty good shade for me. It is slightly a little pink, but it does work really well for me, and it's actually a fair enough shade, which is really exciting. I've mentioned this so many times before that I often struggle with finding concealer shades that are fair enough for me because I do have extremely fair skin. And what I like about this concealer is it's a nice consistency. It's pretty lightweight, but it does provide quite a bit of coverage. And as you can see, it really does brighten under my eyes and conceal my dark circles, which I've mentioned this so many times recently, but I am a graduate student who is very stressed at the moment, and so I haven't been sleeping the best. And having a really good concealer that can conceal those dark circles under my eyes is very important right now. And so I have been reaching for this concealer consistently. And what I also like about it is once I set it, it really doesn't move around that much on me. You know, sometimes I can get a little bit of creasing, but I really have that with almost every concealer that I use, just because, you know, I do have some natural folds under my eyes, and so whatever product I'm using tends to settle in them, but it is very minimal creasing with this concealer. And that's really why this concealer has moved into being one of my favorite concealers, because it really just works well and it's easy to work with. It just looks good. I just wanted to share a little bit more about that and show you me using it because I have fallen so in love with this concealer. So I'm going to move on to the next product that I used when I was getting ready today, and this was this powder blush in the shade Bloom, which is this nice kind of dusty rose color. And I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this for you here so you can see what the shade looks like swatched. I do have it on my cheeks today, but sometimes it can be nice to see a swatch of it as well. So this is the blush swatched, and I really do like this shade because it just gives a very natural flush to the cheeks, but it's not too anything. It's just the perfect pinky shade. It's very neutral. It's not too warm toned, it's not too cool toned. And I really like it. It works well on my fair skin. The formula is very easy to work with. It blends out well, and it's pigmented enough that you don't have to build it up too much, but it's not so pigmented that it is difficult to blend out. It really does hit that sweet spot in terms of blush. I have to say that another thing that has really impressed me about this blush is how long it wears on me. I have oily skin, and blushes, particularly powder blushes, can tend to really fade on me throughout the day. But this one, I will look in the mirror at the end of the day and I can definitely still see the blush on my cheeks. So if you are like me and struggle with blushes fading, the formula of this one is really great and quite long lasting. So it really does perform well. And I think with this shade that you can use it for a variety of different skin tones. I think if you have a very deep skin tone, you will have difficulty getting this shade to show up on you, but I think anywhere in the light to medium skin tone category that this will work because you can build it up and get more color as you need. Because as you can see, this blush and the swatch is quite pigmented, so you can get it built up to a nice level of color, or you can sheer it out. Well, I'm wearing a lot of blush at the moment, but you could sheer it out even further than what I have on at the moment. I just wanted to make sure it was showing up in the lighting that I'm using to film, so I tend to apply a little bit more blush sometimes when I'm filming, so that's what I did today. This blush is a matte blush, so it doesn't contain any shimmer. I did apply a highlight. I did apply the Root White Gold highlight on top of the blush to add some highlight in, but if you are a fan of a matte blush, this is an excellent matte blush formula. I have been loving cream blushes, but this is a powder blush that I keep reaching for because I really like it. It takes a lot for a powder blush to have the right formula, the right shade, the right pigmentation, the right blendability for me to keep reaching for it over a cream blush product, but this one I definitely have been reaching for, and it is a really, really great shade. So I also today used an eyeshadow from Hand Skincare, and this is their Celebrate eyeshadow, and I have it all over my lid, and I actually took this blush in the shade Bloom and blended that in my crease. I wanted to do a very simple, very effortless, very easy look, and using your blush or your bronzer in your crease can really help to pull your look together and keep it really color coordinated, especially if you are new to makeup or concerned about kind of getting all of your parts of your makeup coordinated. That is an excellent trick to use to really keep your makeup very cohesive and also just simplify your routine. This shade of the eyeshadow in Celebrate is this beautiful kind of champagne-y pink shade. Celebrate's a good name for it since it's very much a champagne shade. I'm gonna swatch it right here for you. Although the swatch doesn't show up the best on me because the shade is pretty close to my skin tone. This is Celebrate swatched right here under Bloom, and as you can see, it's close to my skin tone. It's slightly darker and a little pinker, but not by much. And like I said, I have this all over my lid today, and I love this. I'd already owned the eyeshadow in the shade Sunset from Hand Skincare Cosmetics. I got this in a Petit Board box. Actually, I'm gonna swatch this one underneath as well so you can kind of see what all the colors look like. So this is Sunset swatched underneath here. It's more of a pinky coppery shade, and I love that eyeshadow. What I like to do with Sunset is to apply it all over my lid and then just blend it into my crease slightly and really use it for a one eyeshadow look. And that's what I was meaning by Hand Skincare Cosmetics products really loaning themselves to a simplified makeup routine, because that eyeshadow is beautiful for that, and you can do things with the products that I did today, which is use a blush as a eyeshadow in my crease. But as much as I love Sunset, Celebrate is taken a new special place in my heart, because it is such a beautiful shade. If you have fair to light skin, this shade is beautiful all over your lid because it's so close to our skin tones. I actually wore this shade Celebrate on my lid for a job interview. When I was trying to think about what makeup I wanted to wear, I immediately thought of this eyeshadow because it is so close to my skin tone. It doesn't look too bold, it doesn't look too intense. It looks very natural, but you get the light reflection because it is a more metallic shade. I should mention Sunset as well as a metallic shade too. Celebrate just catches the light, draws some attention to your lid, but I'm not wearing a gold eyeshadow. I'm not wearing a bronze eyeshadow. I'm wearing a champagne eyeshadow that's just slightly deeper than my skin tone and is beautiful. I really, really am in love with this eyeshadow. And if you have a deeper skin tone, you could use this shade on your face as a highlight on your cheekbones. You could also use it as an inner corner highlight. Or if you really do want a more intense highlighted look to your eyelid, you could apply this on your eyelid as well. So I think this shade is a really, really great addition to the Hand Skincare eyeshadow range because it really does work for a variety of skin tones. I know that you guys will be seeing this eyeshadow around a lot because I really have fallen in love with it. Sometimes recently I've just been wanting a more simplified routine, and this eyeshadow lends itself perfectly to that. As you can see, both shades of the eyeshadow, both Celebrate and Sunset, are very pigmented and metallic. I did get Celebrate to show up on my eyes a little bit more metallic than it looks in the swatch because I did put it on top of my Alima Pure eye primer, but I always use either the Alima Pure or the Silk Natural Stickum eyeshadow primer under all of my eyeshadows because it really does intensify them and help with their longevity. And these wear about the same as pretty much every other eyeshadow, so the longevity is quite good. They'll probably wear longer on you if you don't have hooded eyelids that are oily like I do, but overall it is quite good. Another product that I've been trying out from Hand Skincare Cosmetics is their lip gloss. And I have the lip gloss in the shade Nude Rose, and I'm wearing it on my lips today. I am not normally a lip gloss girl. We all know this. I feel like I say this all the time. It takes a lot for me to really be impressed by a lip gloss. Due to a lot of various circumstances, I've had a lot of lip glosses come into my life recently. I've started wearing a lot more lip glosses because it is winter and my lips have been really dry and really chapped. Even though I do have to reapply a lip gloss more often than a lipstick, I have been reaching for them just because my lips are so dry and lip glosses feel so much more comfortable on. When I got this lip gloss, I was like, okay, you know, I've been wearing lip glosses, like, let me see how this works, let me see how I like it. And let me tell you, I am impressed, and I'm impressed for a couple different reasons. First of all, this lip gloss is really pigmented. When I'm applying it, I think you can see how pigmented this lip gloss is. Here's the swatch of the lip gloss in Nude Rose. And there are very, very few lip glosses that I've come across that are that pigmented. And that takes away from me a lot of the reason why I don't like lip gloss. I often don't like them because they're not very pigmented, and my lips don't have a lot of natural pigment to them. So when I put on a lip product, I really want it to add a lot of color to my lips. Otherwise, I look really washed out. So I definitely need color on my lips. This lip gloss provides a wonderful amount of pigmentation. Also, it smells incredible. This is one of the best smelling lip glosses I've encountered. It smells like a vanilla cupcake. So if you like a more sweet type of lip gloss or lip product scent, this will be for you because it smells identical to a vanilla cupcake. The only problem is every time I go to use it, I then want to eat a vanilla cupcake. But I really do enjoy the scent of it. It's a nice break from kind of more fruity or floral scents. It works really well in a lip gloss formula. And also another thing that I really love about it is not a sticky lip gloss formula. It does have like a smidge bit of stick to it. It is one of the least sticky lip glosses I've tried out, so it's very comfortable to wear and you don't have to worry about it. It just is very effortless. And even though it is a lip gloss, I do find that it fades really beautifully. And even once it does fade off, I do find that it stains my lips a little bit, so I still have a little bit of color left behind. But I think it is worth it, even having to reapply it because it's just so comfortable. If you're like me and you don't normally like lip glosses, this is definitely one that is worth checking out. And the color of the lip gloss is beautiful as well. It's a really nice dusty rose pink. I mean, it is called Nude Rose, but it's the perfect kind of nude pink shade. This is really the color that I like to wear. It's not too pink, it's not too brown, it's not too much of a nude. Overall, I guess what I'm saying is I have been really, really impressed by Hand Skincare Cosmetics. I've now tried a couple of different products from them. I've tried out their concealer, I've tried out their eyeshadow, their blush, their lip gloss, and I am very impressed. If you've been curious about this brand or curious about any of these products, what I'm saying is they're completely worth checking out, and I absolutely love this look that I got today. I don't know how you feel about it, but I really enjoy it. I think it's just a beautiful, very effortless, very coordinated look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more non-toxic, cruelty-free beauty content. And also check out my Instagram. I'll have my handle down below. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirl. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!